Well, I'm talking here with Colin Tansley. We talked to him in the past. We're up at UCM actually today because going on here at the moment when we're recording this thing is a big event with the students, and I think we should just touch on that side of things as well, because you're the cybersecurity expert. The students here are learning that actual skill, and I think that's incredible. Interesting way that the world is now moving.
Yeah, I mean, I lecture on the programme, so I'm into sort of second year now. But this is an opportunity for the students to interface with people from business, because data breach and cyber attack are a fact of life for business. The cyber students are able to get some practical exposure, real life stuff with people who suffer it, and they in turn can share their expertise.
I've been getting some of these emails saying, I can see you, I've got your passwords, you've got to send me some cryptocurrency, and people falling for that, I'm guessing. Panic, I mean, it's very, very sort of aggressive sort of scam as well.
Yeah, and I think we feel that need to respond immediately to emails, but we don't. We should just give it at least 30 seconds, look and understand, do I need to do this now? Do I need to respond at all? If it's really urgent, somebody's going to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
So it's teaching people the skills to review email as well, without sort of getting sucked into that world that we're in at the minute.
The whole subject must be massive, though, compared with just that side. I mean, that's just the consumer side. What goes on the courses? Well,
we've got a lot of experts here today. We've got a lawyer talking about the policies and procedures. We've got people from a specialist cybersecurity firm who do penetration testing. We've got a guy that's a software engineer, and myself. I'm going to talk about prevention, because ultimately this is about crime prevention. You know, crime has moved on. There's a lot of criminals now in the online world. If we think about some of the more basic crime prevention techniques and give people practical advice, then ultimately we're able to reduce the crime.
This is, I think we said it before, cat and mouse, though, isn't it?
Oh, it is, yeah. And they're always ahead of us, and we've just got to learn from that. And a lot of this is also about partnership working. The key to this is working together, sharing information, talking to each other, and developing innovative approaches and responses to the criminal.
It's a good tie up there with UCM, though, isn't it?
Oh, excellent, yeah. I mean, it's academia and has been proven to work extremely well with business, and this is all about learning, as I said, and feeding that into people who are coming through cybersecurity programs. So
this event that's coming up here we're talking about, I mean, you're teaching the companies, are you? Or is it a two-way street? I mean,
it's very much so.
They'll tell you their experiences, I'm guessing, as well.
Sometimes.
They don't want to tell you, do they?
Not always. No, there is a little bit about confidentiality, and that's something we need to go over. But it is about sharing experiences. This is what happened, what do we learn from it, how can we do better next time?
And what's the big latest one that we should be looking out for? Is there one?
It's the phishing email remains as the most common. It's easy to do for the scammer. They look very good. There's lots of tools out there you can put together an email that looks very convincing. So, if that was my number one thing, it's just be aware of phishing emails. But there's lots and lots of advice, and a lot of that will be given out today. And
on the other side, I actually had a bank ring me, and I didn't want to go through the whole thing, and I did check afterwards. It was real. And I'm going to the bank. Why you should be doing this to me? I thought the whole idea was you shouldn't be ringing me anymore, or certainly asking me for passwords and things.
But at least you were asking the right questions, and not everybody does. It's there's a certain section of the community that will be preyed upon, the vulnerable. But we just need to be more aware and just think.
It does seem like the islands. I think the Channel Islands and the Isle of Man. I think they're almost targeting sometimes because things like certain banks or certain telcos, because they're so small and people almost believe in it is them almost, don't you think?
Yeah, quite possibly. And I think the other thing about the island is it's a financial centre, lots of data, lots of money moving through, and why wouldn't we be a target?
But we'll never know how much is lost in a year, because most people don't probably go live on that, do they?
No, we could put all sorts of figures about the lack of reporting, but ultimately it's against the law not to report. So in terms of Data Protection Act and GDPR.
Okay. Well, I know UCM have their courses that run from September. If you wanted to sign up, we'll put the details on the screen. You can get all the information there. And one of those careers that maybe 10 years ago didn't exist almost.
No,
it's just come from nothing.
That's great. And it's just bringing my expertise from investigations and intelligence into this arena. It keeps us busy.